And Nathan, 2-1 defeat opening day against Bamber Bridge in a game that felt like a bit of 1 or 2 halves out there.
Yeah, it probably was. We weren't great, but I think we were decent value in the first half. We edged it, we created chances, we only had a solitary goal to show for it. But second half, I don't think there's any question Bamber took control of the game. And deserved winners, albeit from 2 really bad errors from us, and concentration levels which we need to be better at. But the season's not defined by today. We know we need to be better, and we move on to Tuesday.
Yeah, and looking at the first half and how it panned out, a bit of a slow start, which you perhaps sort of expect on the opening day, but then sort of what felt like a crucial moment, a save from Shane Bland, and then straight after that, so Whitby sort of starts kicking a bit of life a bit.
Yeah, listen, it was a great save from Shane. You need the rubber of the green sometimes. It was against the run of play. It was an error by us to let them in. But I think from that point, getting the ball into wide areas, good wide areas, we really exploited Bamber. Didn't have enough to show from it, I think, but that's credit to them for kind of holding in there really and going in at the break with only a 1-goal deficit.
Yeah, and then looking at the Whitby goal, Nathan Thomas with it. It's something that you don't associate with heading, but it was a cracking header from there back across the goalkeeper and really had no chance of saving that one. It was
just great overall round play. It's stuff we work on. I was putting Alfie just to obviously put it to the knee stick for Jake Charles, who had an open goal, but he went for the harder one, and luckily Nathan's obviously headed it into the far corner. But they're great goals. That's what we're capable of. But in the second half, we didn't do enough of that.
No, and then you sort of saw towards the back end of the first half where Bamber Bridge had plenty of the ball, but defensively Whitby looked pretty sound. But in the second half, as you mentioned, just a couple of moments, obviously the goals being 2 of them, where they really have sort of switched off. You already referred to that.
It is part of the game. Your concentration levels, you've got to concentrate for like 95, 96 minutes now. We've switched off with the ball over the top, and then we've not reacted to the second phase, which really for me is schoolboy stuff. We should be doing that. We haven't. They've scored goal number 1, and goal number 2 has come from Shane Bland goal kick, which it's gone to the other side of the pitch, probably due to the wind. We've not been prepared for it. We've not been set up for it, and then they've gone on the counter attack and just really poor from us. I'd like to think we can stamp that out very, very quickly, but I think ultimately that's the reason we've lost the game today, through concentration levels.
Yeah, and just sort of dissecting both goals a bit closer. The first one, it's one of those where the cross has come in and it's sort of turned out that Gary Liddell and Jasmine Shuke almost swapped positions, haven't they? Liddell's gone out to the left-hand side, Shuke in the middle, and in the end that boy just sort of had to run in and get the tap.
Well, absolutely no issue with what happened in the first phase. The ball's gone over Jass's head and Liddell's covering that. It's then for Jass to get back into a position which didn't happen. And these are things what they've got to learn very quickly, because we can't be reactive, we've got to be proactive, and we've got to smell danger. And there was a few too many occasions today where we didn't really smell the danger. And I think luckily they've only scored 2 goals.
Yeah, and then the second goal, you already touched it, the clearance from Shane Bland, and it was sort of a calm copy of him beside, in a way, the fact the cross had just come in and relatively easy finish there. Yeah,
and it's again the ball, we're expecting the ball to go onto the left-hand side of the pitch towards Jake Charles and Nathan Thomas. Blandy screwed it, it's gone to the right-hand side, and just the way we've recovered and not being prepared for it, it's really disappointing. But it will be highlighted, and the lads will see it on the videos, because there's no hiding. We've got to deal with that, and we've got to own up to it. So they're the mistakes that lose you games, and fingers crossed obviously we get that on board very quickly, and that doesn't happen moving forward.
No, and I suppose the good thing is at the start of the season that you have got that quick turnaround and chance to put things right, Tuesday night down at Matlock.
Yeah, it's quick turnaround. I said to the boys there, it's the first competitive game. There's a lot of young boys in there, new to it, and you've got to get to grips with it very quickly. And the season as it is, it's relentless. It allows us to do that. There's no kind of rest for the wicked. There's no over analysing. We're back at Matlock obviously on Tuesday. A long trip down there, nice pitch. Perfect conditions. We've got to go there and play our game, but we do have to play the better than what we did today.
Yeah, and in terms of your numbers as well, I already mentioned a few players out injured out of Knox this afternoon, but you hope as well you have a few more actual bodies in terms of numbers as well. Yeah,
it's been a struggle right the way through pre-season, with holidays, Knox, Niggles, the squad not being the biggest. It's really affected us, I think, and we're in competitive football now. We signed 2 players on yesterday. Unfortunately, we didn't get them over the line in time, which we they really needed today. So they'll be available on Tuesday, hopefully. And I think you'll probably see us in a better light, because we've got a bit of depth now. We've got physicality in the players to come in, and I think that's what we're lacking. We need a bit of that.
Yeah, very much definitely.